Are you unsure about vaccines? Are they really as important or dangerous as some people say they are? What's the anti-vax movement? The anti-vax movement rose in popularity due to untrue narratives and false myths surrounding vaccines with the help of media and uneducated celebrities like Robert De Niro and Charlie Sheen. Here's some statistics. 8% of Americans are anti-vax or simply don't believe that vaccines are needed. 1.3% of children under the age of 2 in the U.S. are not vaccinated as of 2017. That's approximately 41 million unvaccinated, at-risk children. Meanwhile, several states of emergency have declared across multiple states. To put it simply, vaccines are good because they save lives and prevent deadly diseases like measles, mumps, and polio, and everyone needs to be vaccinated. It's been estimated that vaccines over the past 2 decades will prevent 322 million illnesses, 21 million hospitalizations, and 732,000 deaths. Some of the common myths involving vaccines are that there is a link between autism and vaccines. Vaccines contain dangerous and harmful toxins, and that we don't need to vaccinate anymore because infection rates are already low in the US. To put it simply, there is no link between vaccines and autism. In fact, this myth is entirely made up. Today, the true causes of autism remain a mystery. But to further discredit the autism vaccine link theory, there have been several studies that have identified symptoms of autism in children well before they receive their MMR vaccine, and there's even research that provides evidence that autism actually develops in utero. The results showed that the total amount of antigen from vaccines received was the same between children with autism and those without autism.
The main parts of the argument surrounding the vaccines contain dangerous toxins myth are that vaccines contain formaldehyde and mercury. Well, this is only partly true. While these chemicals are in vaccines, they don't actually harm you. The only reason formaldehyde is in vaccines in the first place is because it acts as a preservative and disinfectant to ensure that the vaccine itself is not contaminated with outside bacteria. Plus, formaldehyde is actually removed before the vaccine is administered. The mercury found in vaccines is actually ethyl mercury, which is harmless to the body and also clears from the body much quicker than the bad mercury, which is called methyl mercury. Methyl mercury is the same kind of mercury that is toxic in large quantities, but it's also naturally found in tuna fish. So somewhere along the way of this theory developing, a simple misunderstanding occurred about the type of mercury that's in vaccines. And just like formaldehyde, ethyl mercury is only in vaccines to remove and prevent the growth of fungi and bacteria, and both of those aforementioned chemicals are in extremely minuscule amounts. Many people believe that vaccines are unnecessary because infection rates are already low in the US. Although unvaccinated communities have seen small but notable growth, they have shown that infection rates are increasing by the day. Having unvaccinated communities doesn't prevent diseases from being contained or controlled. Instead, they tend to break out and infect the people within the community. Research studies have repeatedly shown that vaccines are safe and prevent certain highly contagious diseases. As vaccines were developed and became widely used, rates of these diseases declined until most of them were nearly gone from our country, thanks to the herd immunity concept. Herd immunity is a concept that so long as a large majority of people are immunized in any population, even the unimmunized minority will be protected.
So, to summarize, the big 3 myths surrounding the anti-vaccine conversation and movement are all false. There are no links to autism, the chemicals in vaccines are for your protection, and infection rates are in fact rising. What you should do if you're not vaccinated is get vaccinated immediately. Go to the doctor and talk to them about the risk of not being vaccinated, and how you can get vaccinated as soon as possible.